Hey guys, it's Monica. So I am doing some little labels for a new product that I'm making for craft fair. It is shower steamers. So these are all 3-inch size circles here that I have. This is the Woodsman where I'm making it with some tea tree and cedarwood, frankincense, and vanilla. So I'm going to put this into my brother ScanNCut and let it do all the cutting for me. And it's on sticker paper, so then all I have to do is peel the backing off and put it onto my packaging. This is the brother ScanNCut 2. I'm going to load my mat in. So I've just put it up to the bar, and then I have to hit the load button up here. It's kind of a loud machine, but and this has really saved me a lot. I'm going to hit scan. I want to direct cut it, then hit to the machine because I'm not going to do my USB or anything. I'm going to let it do the color recognition mode, but if you wanted to change it to just black and white, you could hit the little tool icon here, say start stop, and it's going to scan, which means it's going to scan my sheet here to see what it recognizes that I might want to have cut by the machine. Now, I did a lot of these little gift tags right here, these little tea time gift tags that I created. And I will put a link down in the description bar in case any one of you are interested in printing these tags, and maybe if you have a punch that's this size, or if you've also got a brother ScanNCut, this will actually cut the shape out for you without you having to have a handheld punch. And that's something that I absolutely love about this machine, because now instead of having 1,000 different punches for various shapes that I might want to cut out or punch out, now I can create my digital files as I'm normally doing, and then if I want them cut out, either stickers or regular paper, cards, whatever, die cuts, I can do that now with this machine. So very handy. And since I'm also doing the craft fairs and everything, I really wanted to make it look a little bit special with having, like, for instance, you know, the shower steamer labels. I've got the ingredients and the instructions all on one little label instead of having to verbally just tell people that might not be familiar with shower steamers. FYI, if anyone's interested in me making some special shower steamers or bath bombs for you, just let me know. I will be eventually posting them on my website. The machine is saying, hey, look, is this all the stuff that you want me to cut out? And it is. However, I don't need all this dead space around it, so I'm going to try to bring up with my stylus that comes with my machine these little arrows to get a little bit closer to my sheet. Ooh. And up here at the top left a little bit. Now that's closer, so let's hit OK. And then it reevaluates what it's scanned and what you're trying to crop, and hopefully it's going to pick up all of the circles yet again. Sometimes if you crop it a little too closely, you might miss a little bit of the scanned images and have to rescan it or readjust or recrop it. So let's just hope that it does it. Now, it will take longer on recognizing your reframing when you've got it here in the color mode versus having it in the black and white mode. So whatever floats your boat, but I figure, especially on some more elaborate things when I have a lot of color, it's going to read that color easier. So now look, all of my little circles are highlighted. I'm good with that, and I'm going to say OK, and OK once more. So now I want to cut. If I had my pins installed over here where I've got the blade, I could draw, but I don't anticipate I'm ever going to go that route. So I just want to say cut. And it's going to say it's going to take about 2 minutes to cut it, and I can hit start, the start stop button over here. Now sometimes if your mat loses its sticky, you might have an issue to where it wants to pop your paper off. So I just kind of keep my stylus handy, and if it looks like my paper's bubbling up or might become loose, then I go ahead and kind of push down wherever the blade is at that moment. Now, I've not had that problem yet, but if that happens to you, you can use some either re-sticky glycerin if you have some, or I will show a picture of what I saw on May Made It channel for some Ziggy's glue. I don't know, I can't ever remember the name of it. But you see, it's pretty loud when it does all the cutting. It's right on the lines and everything, and I love it. It saves me from having to cut. And even with the manual circle cutter that I have, I never can get that thing to do properly when I'm trying to cut on top of an image. Versus like when I use my circle cutter, I got this circle piece out here. It makes a beautiful circle, as long as you're not trying to get on something that's got writing or whatever, because if you can just cut out a circle on pattern paper, you're doing okay. But for some reason, I just can't navigate it on something that's got text and things. So we're finished cutting. So I'm going to say okay. And for me, I'm going to have to do a rescan each and every time, because I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to reposition each additional sheet that I'm wanting to have things cut out at. Even if it's the same exact file, and it does have measurements all the way around, but I found in trying to do that, trying to cheat the system, so to speak, just so that I could keep this same scanned image without having to rescan every time, that, you know, my eye might not be as good every single time, even though I'm trying to use the measurements and stick with those measurements. And then it causes whatever you scanned originally to only cut what it originally scanned. And then if it's off just a hair, it'll cause your new file to not cut right. So I just go ahead and rescan all the way. In order to get set up to rescan, you're going to hit the home button. Okay to delete all patterns? Yes. You can actually save your patterns that you're cutting out if you want to, but I don't think that I'm ever going to do that. Now you're back at the home area, which means that I'm ready to scan again if I want to. However, I still have something on my mat. I need to unload my mat, so I'm hitting the bottom portion of this, and it just backed that out for me. I can pull this out easily without having it rip. I'm going to come over here and pull a corner of my paper up, which is actually sticker paper. I think I told you that. Oops. There we go. When it cuts close to the edge of a paper, it can kind of get a little wild. So see, there's my sticker paper. And then it left my little circles. So I can take my spatula and get underneath my little circle and just pop it up. And it still has my sticker backing on the back, so that I can take that sticker backing off and put it on my packaging. This is very handy. I love having this machine, even though I waited forever to buy one, because they are expensive. And I got mine on sale right there before Christmas, so I saved quite a bit. And also, I did not bother getting the wireless card, because I don't anticipate using their software and doing any kind of saving images and stuff. You know, I'm not going to do that. I mean, right now I'm not going to do that. I can always buy it later if I want to. So now here are all my little stickers, and they're not little. These are actually 3 inches wide. I'm going to do another sheet of those, and you can actually position this sheet anywhere that you want to on your mat. The sticky stuff that I was referring to earlier is this right here. I haven't even opened mine yet, but it's the two-way glue by Zig Memory System. I ordered mine on Amazon. Gosh, I think it was like $6. So I'll put the link for this as well. But what you can do is just take some time with your spatula to get any little pieces of pre-cut little paper bits, because you'll be surprised what stays on here on your mat. Make sure that you get that off first. You can actually watch May Made It video where she shows you how to do this, but you can take some mild soap and water and just wipe over after you've removed all the little paper bits. Let it dry. Obviously, you don't want to be doing this to a sticky board, because you know, you're taking your sticky off just to put more sticky on. But once that's done and all the little debris is off of there, then take your little Zig two-way stick and go over the surface here on these little check marks, and then your mat is re-sticky without having to buy a new mat. And Maybe Made It, she actually talks about how she never buys new mats. She just does that cleaning process over and over again, and that works for her. Initially, I think in another video that I filmed where I was using this for my jewelry hang tags, I didn't have this stick at the time, so I just had a regular little glue stick that you can get at the Dollar Tree, and it's really not a permanent glue, you know, it's just kind of tacky, and that worked for me for that, because I was using that pearlized cardstock. This is not cardstock. This is that sticker paper. But when you use regular cardstock or the sticker paper or anything like that that doesn't have a slippy surface, you're pretty good on these mats here for a while without having to re-stick the mat. But the pearlized cardstock that I was using for my jewelry hang tags, that had a kind of a slippery feel to it, and that was causing it to kind of bubble up and come loose with the machine. So I kept having to stop the machine, back it out, hold it with my stylus when I, re-put it in there every time the blade would get close. So I thought, oh, that's going to come unstuck. So there's all sorts of different little issues that you might run into, but I really love this machine. As far as the expense, a wireless card, I think it's about $50, and the machine itself, the Brother ScanNCut 2, which is the CM350, that's the one that I have. Ooh, I think it's $279 now, and I got mine on sale. So I was very excited, and I also had points because I do the Amazon shopping where you have your points attached to your card. It really worked out to be a good deal for me, and since I don't need to have that wireless card, I saved another $50 on top of that. Keep your eyes peeled for those deals. They do have a CM, this is the 350. They have a CM 650, which gives you a larger cutting mat. I think it might be like a 12 by 24, so it's a lot longer this way, and that's really for quilters, people that do a lot of vinyl cutting for their wall art type of thing, and those are a lot more expensive. I believe they're about $500. If you make t-shirt screening, I don't know how that works, but I've heard that a lot of people like that machine for that purpose. I don't go and do vinyl and all that stuff. If I did, I could still do it here on this 12 by 12 in a smaller scale. For my purposes, the CM350 was great, and so far this thing has already paid for itself just since I've had it. So about a month, I guess, I've had it, and I've already made several jewelry hang tags with it, so I really love it, and it's a justifiable purchase for me, not just a craft item. So that's something that's the final push I gave myself after I talked with my husband. Thank you, Big Sparkly Bunches, for watching this, and if you would please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this sparkly content. I would really appreciate your help. Also, if you would please share this to any of your friends or family, or incorporate it in a playlist that you might have. I hope everyone is doing well. Have a sparklerific day, y'all. Bye!